In this video, I'm going to be talking about SUI. I'm going to be providing you with potential X's you can expect on SUI from this point right now. I'm also going to discuss whether right now is a good time to be stacking some SUI, considering that it's just had a nice little dip down 35% from its all-time highs as I'm recording the video. And I'm just going to give you my overall opinions on it right now. Before we get into it, please make sure to first of all hit a like on the video. It helps out a ton with the channel. And second of all, I'm going to be making a video in a couple days going through all of my community's questions. So if you have a question that you would like to be included in a video, whether it's regarding a specific crypto strategy, exit strategy, whatever it is, please get it in the comment section of this video. And there's a very high chance it will be included in my next upload. So SUI right now is looking pretty strong. I'm going to be honest. It's at 10 billion in market cap, despite Ethereum having a massive nosedive and the overall crypto market being pretty bearish on the week. You know, SUI has held up pretty well. It's held up better than XRP. It's held up better than Casper. It's held up better than Solana and many other cryptos, which I would consider being quite strong right now in this bull run. Okay, so overall, there's only really Ondo and a couple others which have actually held up better than SUI during this crash. And when you factor in SUI being up pretty much more than all those other cryptos mentioned there, that's an incredible sign of strength. Okay, SUI went to an all-time high of $5.35. You know, and at one point, I think during the summer, it went all the way below 50 cents. Okay, or something like that. So it's a very good sign of strength. The fact that it's only dipping to this level, despite other high cap cryptos which haven't pumped as much, like Ethereum and Solana doing worse, that is great news for the token. Okay. One thing I'll say about SUI is my personal situation here. I bought a ton of SUI between 70 cents to $1. I'm personally not stacking right now. Okay. However, everyone gets SUI at the price they deserve. I knew at 70 cents and $1, this was going to be one of the strongest performing altcoins this cycle. So I loaded up as much as I possibly could during those dips. But if you were late to the game, it's still not really late when you consider the potential, okay? When you consider the fact that SUI going to the all-time high market cap of Solana is a 12x, okay? If it goes to Cardano's all-time high, you are talking, even at this point in time, a 9x on your money, okay? So there's still, for me, somewhere between a kind of 7 to a 12x left in the tank for SUI in 2025. And that's just my opinion. You can have your own. But overall, I still think right now is a decent time to be buying if you missed it in these dips, okay? If you're like myself and all of my VIP members, and you were stacking this thing down there and your average is probably around $1, I wouldn't be too concerned. I wouldn't be in a big rush to buy. But if you never got any, you know, it's not a bad time. And what especially wasn't a bad time was buying it down here on that 786 dip. Okay, SUI came all the way down to the 786. Many people would have never expected it would come this low during 2025. You know, maybe in the bear market, but people definitely wouldn't have expected this degree of a dip considering the strength of SUI. But it happened and it bounced back very strong, respecting the fibs, respecting that 786 level there at around $2.40. And since then, it's seen a nice bounce. So if you stack some SUI on that dip, you're already up 40% in the last few days. Okay, this crash was this week. You're already up 40% if you stack that low. Okay, so great strength there in the SUI chart in the short term. Also, what I would say is looking at the stochastics here, they look very reset. They've come all the way back down, kind of how they did back when SUI was sat at just 50 cents and 60 cents. And, you know, when I was loading up around 70. So you can see that there, right? How the stochastics came all the way down. They hit the reset button. We're seeing that right here, which is a sign of, again, relative strength for SUI. I keep saying that word strength because that's what this coin is showing. There's a lot of other cryptos out there which are very questionable. They're showing signs of weakness in the market. They're not respecting any fib levels, and they're in free fall. They're in, a nosedive. SUI does not encompass that description. Okay. So if we're looking at what's happening in terms of SUI news, you've got the co-founder behind SUI literally saying that he believes it's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. Okay, so he sees SUI basically being the de facto chain for development, okay, for tokenization, which is exceptionally bullish. You also have the Walrus project, okay, or protocol, which is a data storage project launching on SUI. And I'm pretty impressed with what I've seen from this. I haven't gone and done extensive research, but I have looked into it. And I like the fact that this project is backed by Miston Labs. It is backed by the people behind SUI. And it's in the data storage and AI niche, which I think is very overlooked. Like, a lot of people, they just brush over the data storage narrative. But in reality, there's so much data. Okay, data is the new oil. And I think there's going to be a very, very strong narrative of bringing data on chain. And that is exactly what the Walrus blockchain infrastructure project is doing. So that's something to have on your radar, something to check out. So if you go to the website, it says Walrus is a decentralized storage network that stores and delivers raw data and media files like videos, images, and PDFs. So I like this. If you guys remember last cycle, we had Filecoin do very, very big things. We also had Theta, which was on the video side of kind of blockchain infrastructure. And Walrus, to me, seems like it's got some potential. Like I said, I haven't looked into it enough to give you a categorical opinion, but from what I'm seeing here, it looks strong, and I'm going to keep it on my radar, and I think you guys should too. So that pretty much wraps it up for today's video on SUI. Let me know your opinions in the comment section down below on SUI. I am targeting, like I said, anywhere between a 7 to a 12x on SUI from this point until the top of the bull run. So anywhere between a 70 to 120 billion market cap, somewhere, there or thereabouts. So thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like on the video. Also, check out the VIP group. We have 24/7 active chats in here. We have an entire section dedicated to SUI where people are posting their updates, posting buy levels and entry points and things like that. We also just in general have an extremely active general chat. We have voice chats, and we have a guidance section where you can get your crypto coins charts requested. So you can get some TA on those, and you can get a portfolio review by myself. I'll tell you what I think you should change, what I think I would do if I was in your situation. And it's up to you whether you take it on board or not. And obviously, you also get my buy and sell alert. So definitely go and check that out if you're interested. It's a very exclusive group. I don't want to have too many people in there. I want to keep it tight-knit so the community remains very strong. Check it out. Appreciate you watching. See you next time. Goodbye.